beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me. My lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go.
Hi, I'm Joseph McCarthy of Wisconsin, and I'm here to talk to you about a dark, evil, anti-Christian place. And no, it is not my heart. It is communism. Last time at the Irish Fellowship Club on March 19th, 1954, I talked to you guys about the two different types of Democrats. I called those Democrats the complete prisoners and under the complete domination of the bureaucratic, communistic Frankenstein. This time I'm going to talk about the four different types of Americans. The real Americans, the fake Americans, the real Americans that pretend to be fake Americans, and the fake Americans that pretend to be real Americans. If you are any of the last three, then you are a communist. And I'm going to tell you how you can find out which type of American you are. If you like government programs, you're a communist. If you like supporting the military, then you're an American. If you like the government becoming a part of your life, you're a communist. If you like the government infringing on your liberty to stop communism, then you are an American. If you enjoy communist propaganda, then you are a communist. If you enjoy anti-communist propaganda, then you are an American. If you vote for me, then you're a communist. American. Sorry, that was the leftist media trying to dub over my speech. Vote for McCarthy. Right, dog?
No.
Good morning, family.
Good morning to you too, dear.
Well, it's finally Friday. I'm really looking forward to some rest and relaxation tomorrow.
Not me. I'll be driving Albert and Randy to football practice and then to the movies. But it's okay. That's my job.
Football, I'm a meathead.
Well, I would be spending my day watching the TV if it weren't for all the damn closet commies in the entertainment industry. Wait a minute. You said Albert and his friend were going to the movies tonight? Mary, how many times do we have to go over this? I will not allow my son to go to the movies. They're a bad influence on him. All the communists in Hollywood these days. I know that the film industry investigations, by whack, reached their peak with the events surrounding the Hollywood 10. A group of writers and directors who were called to testify in October 1947. But still, if he spends that much time watching movies and being influenced by these communists, he may very well turn into a communist himself. I read about this about 5 years ago in the LA Star. I think it was the April 23rd edition.
Okay. But, dear, it's better than letting them run loose on the streets. You know how kids are these days with their darn rock and roll music.
Mary, they'll just have to find something else to do. I will not allow my son to be influenced by those leftists.
But...
Oh man, what am I thinking? I have to be at work in 10 minutes.
Well, may I please be granted the privilege of preparing you something for breakfast first?
Permission granted. I'll take the usual. Stack of pancakes, maybe some bacon, a couple slices of toast, 2 eggs, over easy. Oh, and a cup of coffee would be just swell.
Of course.
Wow, Mom, you're just gonna take orders like that? That's really Mickey Mouse.
Albert, do not try and undermine my role in this household. Now, you go get ready for school. Your mother will be ready to drive you to school in about 5 minutes.
Dad.
But not until she gets done cooking my breakfast, of course.
Cool
Right,
it,
honey?
cool it, Dad. Cool it, Dad. I said it was Grundy, not Grody, alright?
That's it, mister. Now you just hush up and listen to your father right this instant.
Mary, I am the father. I will handle this. Now, if you could go back to making me breakfast, that would be just swell.
Yes, dear.
I'm warning you, Albert. Do not talk to me that way.
Wow, why don't you just call me what everyone else calls me at school? Bert!
Bert? Why not just go by Al? Al's a much better name.
Wow, you're such a fascist cognitive machine, Dad.
See? It's all this rock and roll music you guys have been listening to lately.
Wow, my dad hates rock and roll too. I thought this was Levittown, not Squaresville, USA.
Good morning, Mr. McCarthy.
Good morning.
How are you today? Why are you 10 minutes late?
I've been having some problems at home. It's my son. He's listening to rock and roll music, and now he's hanging out with this closet communist, and they're conspiring. And see, now he's trying to undermine my role in my household.
That's awful. Nobody wants their kid to be a communist.
It's not just that, though. I just think if word gets out that my kid is a communist, it's going to greatly hinder my political reputation.
Mr. McCarthy, I know I'm only your secretary, but I really think you need to crack down on him and solve this problem.
That's great advice.
Thank you.
I could really go for a sandwich right now. Maybe a BLT.
All right,
Could you
I'll
serve
come
that?
right away. Thank you, Mr. McCarthy.
Oh, I love the Housekeeping Monthly magazine. It's so helpful. Maybe before I start dinner, I'll reread The Good Wife's Guide one more time. Let's see. Be a little more interesting for him. His boring day may need a lift, and one of your duties is to provide it. After all, catering to his comfort will provide you with immense personal satisfaction. Minimize all noise. At the time of his arrival, eliminate all noise of washer, dryer, or vacuum. Encourage the children to be quiet. Be happy to see him. Greet him with a warm smile and show sincerity in your desire to please him. Listen to him. You may have a dozen important things to tell him, but the moment of his arrival is not the time. Let him talk first. Remember, his topics of conversation are more important than yours. Don't greet him with complaints and problems. Don't complain if he's late for dinner, or even if he stays out all night. Count this as minor compared to what he might have gone through at work. Make him comfortable. Have a cool or warm drink ready for him. Speak in a low, soothing, and pleasant voice. A good wife always knows her place. Oh no! I need to finish dinner before he comes home.
I'm home.
Oh, what a pleasure to be graced by your presence. I'm so happy you're home.
Wait, how come you haven't started dinner?
It'll be ready in 5 minutes, dear.
Are you sure? It doesn't look like
Of
you haven't
course.
started anything.
It'll be ready in 5 minutes.
You have one job in this household and you can't even do that. And what's up with your hair?
Oh no! The Good Wife's Guide says to take 15 minutes to prepare yourself for his arrival and put on makeup and put a ribbon in your hair, and I forgot! I'm probably the only woman in the whole neighborhood who forgot to put a ribbon in her hair.
That's it. We're going to McDonald's for dinner. Albert, get ready.
And that's how communism works, Like, nobody has to do anything and everyone's super rich.
Randy, no one told me you'd be here. Why don't you just go back to your own home? Don't you have a home? Get off my property. What are you two scheming about?
Well, we're talking about how we're going to watch that new I Love Lucy episode tonight.
I love Lucy! That sounds great! No, we should all watch it as a family!
Mom, you're embarrassing me in front of my hip friend.
Oh.
Will you guys please quit talking about the damn commies corroding the nuclear family structure?
Yeah, man, have you heard about Mao Zedong attempting to, free the common man from the bourgeoisie?
Randy, you live off your parents' money.
But I don't like it! Once my book on teenage communist struggles hits the shelves, maybe I'll be able to afford a ticket to Russia to live there.
Wow, I love books. Can I be part of your book?
Albert, this isn't the same kind of pansy crap that you read at 2 a.m. under your covers.
How would you know? Have you been spying on me, Dad? Are you a fascist?
I'm not a fascist, but I will give you a fast kick in the rear if you don't shut your mouth this instant. Mary, can I talk to you for a second?
Of course, what's wrong?
It's our son. Here, let's go into the kitchen.
Okay, that's where I belong.
Listen, Mary, you and I both know that the TV and movie business is chock full of commies. I don't want my son being influenced by them.
But...
Okay, my career is at stake here. How can I say that I'm a Republican if my son watches the very same actors that I'm accusing of being communists?
I just wanted us to have some bonding time, but of course I'll accept your decision. The Good Wife's Guide says that I have no right to question your judgment, and I wouldn't dare disobey the Good Wife's Guide.
That's some good reading you've been doing there. Okay, our son, he's already acting weird. It's this friend of his. She's putting these weird ideas into his head. Liberal ideas.
Are you sure?
No, I'm putting my foot down. I will not tolerate this kind of nonsense in my household. That friend of his, I came in here and they were scheming about something. They looked really suspicious when I came in. I have no idea what they were talking about. I need to assert my control over my son. I am not going to just sit back and watch my son turn into a communist.
Of course, dear.
Dad, I really like the new car. I'm glad we decided on the 1950s red Chevy.
Why, thank you, son. I think it was a great choice.
Wow, that food was good. I have to watch my weight though to stay presentable as a 50s woman. I wonder what the secret ingredient is.
Well, if I were to take an educated guess, I would say it's mostly vertical integration, but with a touch of agricultural industrial complex. You know, I'm really liking this new mass-produced food. You know, it tastes great. I don't know, it just seems very American. Would you guys agree?
Of course, honey. I agree with everything you say.
I guess, whatever. Hey, say, Dad, what is an agricultural industrial complex?
Well, you see, Albert, that is a conversation we can have at a different time. Right now, we're out to dinner as a family. So we'll talk about it later.
I look forward to that conversation, Dad.
Man, I gotta say, you guys, the only issue I have with this restaurant is the decor.
Oh my god.
Hippies, flowers, a flower child. Such a great business model, tainted by leftist influence. Such a shame.
Well, Dad, I think I know a flower child at my school, and she's really cute.
You know what, Albert? If you marry a flower child, I will ship you off to North Korea.
At least they're not fascists in North Korea like you, Dad.
What is this red stuff?
Honey, that's ketchup.
Yeah, Dad. Haven't you seen ketchup before?
Okay. What is this?
Dad, that's an eating box of French fries.
But it's red.
Yeah, you're right, Dad. And it's also yellow, which are the colors of the Chinese flag. And look, there's an M, which stands for Mao Zedong. Dad, you know what? We also drive a Chevy that's red.
Albert, it's not nice to make fun of your father.
No. He's right. Okay. We're sending that car to the chop shop this instant.
No, not this kind of talk again. Nobody's sending Chevy to the chop shop.
I'm so excited.
Oh no. Oh no. No. The day has come. They've finally done it. They've finally taken over our society.
Dad, what happened? Did you hear rock and roll music again?
No. The day has come.
You know, I want to say a few words about my recently deceased dad, my role model, my inspiration for life, the man who taught me to love and look at the world very optimistically. You know, he was actually a pretty nice guy when he wasn't hunting communists. You know, once he got so drunk that he actually decided to do something with me and play catch, except he kept calling me Randy. I have a very fond memory once of him locking me in the shed for 3 weeks because I was listening to rock and roll music, and he came by every hour to call me a flower child loving pansy. That really helped me build my character. Anyway, I always thought that he would go by getting assassinated by a communist, but he just had a heart attack because his heart was so big.
Joseph was a great man, and I wish I just had been a better wife, but now I don't have anybody to cook for.
You can cook for me, Mom.
I blame his death on the communists because he died having a heart attack, and it was all their fault.